some tries on the board there.
Scotland were brilliant, though.
Well, Gregor Townsend is talking a big game this year. I know the Scots can talk a big game sometimes. So in advance, he was talking about the game at Twickenham being their first stepping post to winning the championship. And now he's saying more to come. Honestly, there's more to come. Is there?
I think there could be, watching how they played. I mean, I thought Hogg was excellent at times. Finn Russell, we know exactly what he can offer when he's on form. And, you know, his passing was absolutely outstanding. But even you spoke about the hands from some of the second rows, the tip-ons. They're playing a nice game, a nice style of rugby. And, you know, they're in the background, and Scotland will always cause one big upset.
But do they have the steel? And
it's always a question mark. And it's
issue.
the mental side of it as well. And they'll admit this themselves. 2 years ago, they won the Calcutta Cup in Twickenham. Brilliant performance.
Yeah.
The following week, what happened?
Lost to Wales.
Correct. Xander Ferguson was sent off, albeit in that game. And there's so many of those big performances, then poor performance. So if they can back it up next week... And
what does your instinct tell you?
Be dominant. A little bit different this time. I think they're starting to grow a little bit. A lot of players are playing really well. And he mentioned it as one of the key ingredients in a modern game, speed and movement. With the ball, without the ball. They look fit, they look sharp, they're aggressive, they have a lot of good ball carriers.
Okay.
Similar to maybe a possible problem that Ireland could have is that big physical power, and when you come up against the big, strong teams, maybe, you know, we've questioned that before. Sometimes you can overpower Scotland and they get defenders in their faces, and those kind of strike runners get stopped, and you defend well against them, and they become poor. But
you're sensing something.
I sense next week. Well, it's a big test.
Yeah. What about you, Fiona?
Yeah, they look different. Fitness is what I'm seeing. You know, you look at Scottish teams, sometimes they fade off towards the end of the game. To put in that defensive performance against an English squad right at the end, they have something. And Van der Merwe is another guy, and we saw what he can do.
OK, well, look, it'll be a confusing world if Scotland start backing up these one-off wins and delivering on their potential. I won't know what to do with myself, so we'll see.